They are off and running.
And here we go over these double-double, offset double-doubles, as you can see. And we've seen actually Paul Morris last night get upside down on these.
Yeah, Paul having a struggle last night here. Maybe we'll see some of these guys get out into marbles a little bit as well, as right now poor Paul Morris, the dude watching from the infield right now, is the 441 of Troy Deedy. He is out in front. He takes the Joker lane right off the bat. See if anyone follows him as well, as he's got a huge lead. Looks like Ari Lyondike, BJ Jones, Bravelman, Hines, they all take the Joker lane early on in this race. Several opportunities to take the Joker, since we're going to have 2 mandatory competition cautions throughout this main event.
Yeah, and the key thing with that Joker we talked about yesterday is you need to hit it at a time where potentially getting held up by the trucks in front of you. We seen Robbie say, hey, I'm not going to mess with these these trucks in front of me. Take that Joker now, and we'll see how he ends up.
What's your strategy, Davey? You've raced these trucks quite a few times. If you're out in front, do you take it right away?
Well, here's the crazy thing. I'm on IndyCar courses. We don't have Joker lanes, so I've always done it on the IndyCar tracks at Long Beach, and it's St. Pete, Toronto, and so we don't have the Joker lane, so I haven't experienced it yet.
Sure. It takes a lot of luck and a lot of skill to make that Joker lane work for you. It's still out front right now. It looks like Troy Deedy. Behind him, the Royal Purple number 30 of Ari Lyondike. There is the Toyo Tires driver of LeDuc. And I don't believe he's taking the Joker lap. Oh, a little squirrely there for Deedy coming into that turn off that long, fast backstretch right there.
And we see Ari right behind him. He takes that corner really kind of perfect. You just seen a nice slide around there, 180 degrees. Easy to mess up on that corner, but he did a nice job.
Well, as you mentioned earlier on in the broadcast, that handbrake, it's not, you don't just yank a handful of handbrake. You got to feather that thing.
So gentle. It barely takes any. There's a lead change right there, but that brake, you just barely have to touch that thing. And if you hit it too hard, man, you spin around.
Right around. Well, LeDuc, he's got the handbrake down.
Look at Robbie.
Robbie Gordon lands up on the concrete K-rail. So a lot happening in that couple 100 feet right there. Toyo Tires, LeDuc jumps into the lead by using the Joker lane smart and quickly. And then you see Robbie Gordon. He gets all kinds of slideways, gets up on top of the K-rail. Now it looks like LeDuc out in front. He is your leader right now, the number 99. We've seen him in these Stadium Super Trucks a couple times in the past. Not too much, but this is more of his type of racetrack here, so it's working well.
Yeah, absolutely. And he has experience in these trucks, like you say. And let's watch Robbie one more time. He's on the inside right now. He hits just the edge of that other jump. As I said, when they're offset like that, it doesn't take much if you get off at center. And, man, it turned our last night's winner around.
Well, on board right now with Robbie Gordon, he says, oh, man, that's going to smart, as he lands there, not using the suspension when you're just dropping your rear end right to the concrete.
That's a hard hit.
Yeah, that's not good for anybody. As you see, he is back up and running right now, but still out in front, there's Toyo Tires, LeDuc, and the number 99. Kyle looking very comfortable. It's a kind of a tighter course for him, and he's got enough seat time now where he can push these trucks to the limits of what they're built for, and he's proven that he's got the ability right now.
Yeah. So Sheldon Creed last night had some problems, and we don't see him in the picture yet, but look at right there. He just comes up,
perfect
took
timing.
The Joker leg. He's in second right now. Nice jump and nice lead over third place right now.
Absolutely. I'm kind of surprised, and not to take away from LeDuc. He's a talented young driver, but for him to be that far out so that when Creed uses a Joker, it doesn't put him in the lead, that's a testament to the kind of speed LeDuc's bringing to the program here this weekend in Costa Mesa. And it's also going to keep guys like Sheldon Creed, Robbie Gordon, Matthew Brown. It's going to keep these guys honest tonight.
It absolutely does. And, one thing about this, it gives so many people opportunity to drive these trucks as the competition yellow comes out right now.
There we go. Competition yellow is out. So the first section is in the record book so far. We're back for the completion of this race in just a few moments here from Costa Mesa, California. All right, welcome back to Speed Energy Stadium Super Trucks presented by Traxxas. We are about to go green in night number 2 here at Sandsport Super Show in Costa Mesa. Right now out in front, Toyo Tires, Kyle LeDuc as he grabs the green. Sheldon Creed right behind him, applying a lot of pressure.
Oh, how about, and LeDuc spins out. The pressure got to him by the kid. Creed gets underneath him, LeDuc spins out, has a nice lead, led the first part of this race, now finds himself back in that 7th spot.
Let's take another look at that quick. A lot of bad luck so far for LeDuc. He got spun out earlier on in his heat race as well. See him in the lead. He's all good. And LeDuc in the 99 brings it around, smoke bellowing off those Toyo Tires as he just lets Creed hop right on by him. As here we are on board, a little bit of sideways. Matt's the skinny pedal, brings it around, and just barely keeps it out of the wall. And here we go. And the whole pack goes by. Sarah Price as well jumps in front of him. And here we are. P.J. Jones. He's got the best seat in the house. So he goes to the outside, to the inside, gets through the smoke, puts him in P2. So Sheldon Creed, P.J. Jones, 1 and 2 right now. That worked out for those two very well.
It worked out great for those two. Oh, we see another spin between Robbie Gordon and I can't tell who the other truck was. Oh, Dee, our rookie, actually, and the veteran get together.
Yeah, you don't see that a lot, especially with Robbie Gordon, even finding himself in those types of incidents. As you see, we're on board right now with Dee. Grabs a little bit of handbrake, nice and easy. Oh, the boss man, you bad man. He spun him around.
Well, it happens.
It does happen. It does happen. When you're out there, sometimes it can be tough to get the trucks up and going again, especially when you lock them out with the steering wheel and things. You can stall them out like that. But it doesn't matter what the deal is. When you're out there racing with Robbie Gordon, he's a racer. That's it. He's not your buddy. He's not your friend. He's not the guy that runs the series. He is there to race and he's there to win. And if that means maybe moving you out of the way or giving you a little love tap, that's what's going to happen.
Hey, that's part of the fun of this series. It's about beating and banging a little bit, find these trucks around. It's just for excitement to have some fun.
Absolutely it is. And it certainly is, whether you're a fan or a driver, what have you. What a great time it is. These trucks are just made for swapping paint and putting on a great show, and that's absolutely what they're doing right now as we're on board with Sheldon, the showstopper Creed, our current champion, current points leader, and our current race leader right now in that red Traxxas #1. Having some bad luck last night, breaking an axle, but running really well here right now. And there is driving for Pat O'Keefe. That is P.J. Jones in the 98 Safecraft Safety Equipment vehicle as well. He is in P2. So right now, though, up on 3 wheels, Creed, he's going to be a difficult one to catch. But keep in mind, we do have another mandatory competition caution coming up soon. We're going to bunch the pack back up together again, and that's going to be the opportunity for Jones to strike.
Yeah, but I'll tell you, Creed is so good, and the pressure never seems to get to this kid. So even when P.J. Jones has a lot of time in these trucks as well, going to have a hard time getting around.
Yeah, absolutely. It's one thing to catch, and that goes for a lot of them. For Jones, Creed, Gordon, Brabham, Morris, a lot of these fast guys, it's one thing to catch them. It's a whole nother ball of wax to go around them.
Yeah, there's ways to do it, but sometimes they're a little mad at you after it, just like we talked about, use the bumper sometime. But, you do try to run clean, but a little bump here and there, it's just going to happen when hard racing. And look at this course. Look how tight this course is and how technical it is. I mean, it's not that easy.
No, there's sections on this course that are as narrow as 48 feet. So there's some tight sections here. I mean, there's some that are upwards of 90 feet wide, but there's some narrow sections here. As here we are on board going off the big money booter. Sheldon Creed in his #1 Traxxas truck, and looking very comfortable. It's almost as if he's going slow because he's just so calm, cool, and relaxed in that truck as he's starting to catch up with the 441 of Troy Dede right now, which is going to be some lap traffic for him. It'll be interesting to see if we catch Troy or if we go into the comp caution, what comes up next. I have a feeling we're going to see the comp caution either this time or the next time by here, but it is just right around the corner. And that's going to make all the difference in the world here because we're going to pack the whole pack back up. Right now, Sheldon Creed has a huge lead, and Troy Dede, he's trying to fight to keep from going a lap down, and he makes it. So he stays on the lead lap right there. Sheldon Creed still out in front. Good news, everyone else, they get to pack up and get another chance at it. Bad news for everyone else. Sheldon Creed is way out in the lead. So one checker flag left to come. Speed Energy Stadium Super Trucks presented by Traxxas. All right, welcome back to Costa Mesa, the Sand Sports Super Show. Right now, about ready to go green. Sheldon Creed out in front. Last and final green flag of the weekend, Davey Hamilton.
Here it is, the final race of the weekend, and it's going to be a fight. Sheldon Creed has a nice lead, going all those double dirt jumps. Most guys you see staying on that right side lane going through that area.
You do see a lot of them. I think that's the faster lane as they kind of carry their speed to the outside. We have seen some passes from the inside at the very end of that, but you got to really be on top of someone and set them up. As right now, a lot of talent out in front right now, Davey. We got, right off the bat, there is P.J. Jones, Matty Brabham, and Gordon. They all take the Joker lane immediately. Behind them, that is Ari, Price, Hines, and Dede. So more than half the pack taking the Joker lane right off the bat.
Well, and I think what PJ's strategy is there is not be held up by the leader and hope the leader makes a little mistake as he takes a long course as PJ. How about Brabham gets underneath, and turns Jones. Well, I know PJ well enough. He's not going to like that for sure. So
no, absolutely not. PJ Jones, great guy, but also an aggressive guy. If you move him around, he's going to come back and move you around as well. We've seen that before with a lot of great battles with him. So right now, we hop on board with Sheldon Creed. He takes the Arctic Cat Joker lane as well. So now I believe that puts him way out in the lead here. So he's got a whole front stretch there, and between him and second place being Brabham, his tracks, his teammate. So good news for Creed, horrible news for everyone else because there's not another competition caution. We're racing to the checkered flag.
Wow, did Creed take that long section? It must have been perfect because what a lead he had. He only had a couple trucks going into that, and he comes out with, you know, a 10-truck lead.
Well, we've talked about past races and things and Joker lane strategy and stuff with Creed, and he basically says it's simple. I take it whenever I have someone in front of me. So if I can, whatever I got to do to have an open track and run the race I want to run, that's when I take it. And man, it worked out just brilliantly for him right there.
Yeah, absolutely did. You see how smooth he is over those double-doubles. Now, one thing, as we talked, it's so tricky to go over these things. And look at the racing in the back. Oh, Robbie Gordon into Ari Leindyke Jr. as well, coming over those jumps.
The LeDuc moves into third place. Ari Leindyke and Robbie Gordon getting together very hard for that section. We've seen a lot of action here. We've already seen a truck upside down. We've seen a lot of body panels turn off. We saw Robbie Gordon and Paul the Duke Morris skidding across the concrete K-rail. So that dirt section is made to be a very exciting spot so far this weekend.
Well, and one thing that I was just getting ready to say is with the dirt on that conquer asphalt, it makes it so slick. So you come off and it's different every time. And somebody went off course a little bit, shot a little bit of dirt up on the asphalt, and next time you come through there, it's like ice.
Yeah, and now, you know, after the second round here of racing this weekend, this dirt is getting dragged through probably half a lap almost of this track and all this dust, and it makes a difference. But what it doesn't make a difference to is Sheldon Creed out there just smooth as can be. So we should be a lap or two away from the white flag. I think we are going to see the white flag right now. He is up on three wheels, still pushing the truck, but he does it so smooth. He drives like he has eggshells under the pedals, very fluent in the cab of that truck, and it shows by the speed he puts out in the track.
And how cool is it watching him going over that big jump and watching the trucks go underneath him? I mean, just an element that's so cool that you can't do that in most kind of racing, and just to have that crossover is really neat.
Absolutely. Now we would need a catastrophe for someone to be able to catch Sheldon Creed right now. Half a lap left to go here. And all the way back there, I believe we're still sitting with Jones and Brabham as well. So a lot of the top competitors still running up front, but just Sheldon Creed is just completely checked out on the pack and just raced all on his own here as here he is racing to the checkered flag. Sheldon Creed takes the win here in round 18 at Sand Sports Super Show. Here as he goes into his freestyle show right at the end, the number one. He is just an amazing driver.